As you know, college life doesn't just mean lectures and typing away at a computer. It's a never-ending buzz of activity, from academics and sports to study groups and socializing. Unfortunately, there's something else happening to college students that's been making headlines not just here in California, but across the country. It's called sexual assault. In 2014, affirmative consent became required on all California college campuses. Affirmative consent is when both parties mutually agree to voluntarily engage in a sexual activity. We've created this video to provide important guidelines for students and employees regarding sexual assault. You'll learn about the legal requirements regarding these incidents and how to report them.
Hi, Susie. You okay?
Hi, Professor West. I'm all right.
You sure? You missed your midterm. That's not like you.
I'm sorry, it's just, well, okay, I have to tell someone. So, this guy, he asked me to meet him at this party. You know, he's cute and all, but he was really forward, and I wasn't thinking. And then he, how do I say this?
Hold on. Sorry to interrupt. This might sound odd, but if this has anything to do with you and him and some kind of unwanted sexual encounter...
Yeah, I think so.
I only stopped you because if it is, I have to report it to the district Title IX officer. All faculty are required to do this. Are you okay with that?
I just don't want this to get out.
It's just to give you support, Susie, and tell you about what resources are available.
I want to talk.
We can talk now if you're comfortable, or you can talk to someone over at the Student Health Center. They don't have to report anything to the Title IX officer, and they'll tell you about your rights and put you in touch with any resources you might need. Totally up to you.
I'd rather talk to you now.
All employees at Saddleback College are mandatory reporters for any sexual assault incident or sexual harassment. If a student reports to any Saddleback College employee any alleged misconduct, that employee must report it to the designated Title IX officer. Anyone employed by the college can provide a student with their options for dealing with an alleged sexual assault. Saddleback College is dedicated to providing an environment free from sexual assault and gender discrimination. We are committed to ensuring a safe climate for the entire campus community. Title IX is a federal civil rights law prohibiting sex discrimination in education. Through a comprehensive compliance program, we promote fundamental rights and uphold the aims of Title IX. And despite what you may have heard, Title IX isn't restricted to sports programs. It also addresses sexual harassment, sex-based discrimination, and sexual violence, all prohibited by district policy. It also extends to all students and employees regardless of sex, sexual orientation, gender identity or expression, full or part-time status, on campus, off campus, or online. Sexual harassment is any unwelcome conduct of a sexual nature, including sexual violence. It includes unwelcome sexual advances, requests for sexual favors, and other verbal, nonverbal, or physical contact of a sexual nature.
Professor Brooks, do you have a minute?
Yeah, come in. So let me guess, this is about finals?
I wish it was. It's not. I actually need to ask you some advice. I was gonna go talk to one of my friends, but I think this might be a legal thing.
Go ahead.
I was at my girlfriend's place this weekend, and we were drinking, and then she invited over these guys, and I kind of totally blacked out, and I think something may have happened.
Wait, are you okay?
I'm not sure.
Listen, Maria, before you say anything else, the way this works is if you share anything with me about sexual assault, I must inform our Title IX officer.
Who's that?
The Title IX officer makes sure the college complies with the policies that address sexual assault and sexual harassment.
So what happens then?
They can help. First, they're going to make sure you're okay. Then they're going to provide you with some resources to help you get through this. It might be investigated through our district human resources or an independent investigator.
I don't know. I mean, an investigation?
Listen, Maria, I know it's tough, but they don't want this to happen to anyone else. I'm no expert, but if you want to keep the situation confidential and you're not sure if you want to press charges yet, There's someone you can talk to at the Student Health Center. They can provide you with the resources you need.
And it's totally confidential?
Totally. And if you want to talk to someone else, they can direct you to the right people.
If I talk to them, do you still have to tell anyone?
No, you didn't go into details.
I can just go over now?
We can go over there now. You ready?
The college encourages all individuals to report misconduct to any college employee the victim trusts and feels comfortable with. Under Title IX, the college is required to take immediate and corrective action if a responsible employee knew or should have known about sexual or gender-based harassment that creates a hostile environment. These actions include stopping the conduct, preventing its reoccurrence, remedying its effect, providing care and support for the reporting person, and taking steps to ensure the safety and security of our community. The college requires all employees, with the exception of the healthcare providers and psychologists, to share misconduct reports with the Title IX officer. Here's how the Title IX process works. The Title IX officer will conduct an initial assessment of the conduct, the victim's expressed preferences, if any, as to the course of action, and the necessity for interim remedies to protect the safety of the victim or the community. While an investigation is underway, the college will offer the victim assistance, such as counseling, academic options, and additional security. Schools can also issue a no-contact directive, preventing the accused from approaching or interacting with the victim. Employees who are found to have violated Title IX are subject to discipline up to and including termination. Students who are found to have violated Title IX are also subject to disciplinary measures, including suspension and expulsion from their program. Faculty and staff will listen and offer support. An individual who has been assaulted needs to understand it is not their fault for what happened, and they deserve a safe place to stay. Faculty and staff should walk a student to the Student Health Center, campus police, or to the Office of the Vice President for Student Services. Staff in these departments can advise the victim of their rights and their options. Victims of sexual assault can be men or women, students, faculty, staff, or anyone else. If you become aware of an assault or are a victim yourself, take immediate action. If you're a victim, report it to the campus Title IX officer, who is the Vice President for Student Services, as soon as possible. Remember, all Saddleback College employees must report any alleged sexual assault described to them. If you want to keep it confidential at this moment, seek assistance from the Student Health Center so they can talk to a medical professional trained to help them. You can always report it to the Title IX officer later. In all cases, Saddleback College staff are here to listen, believe, and help you feel safe, and determine how best to help with your physical and/or mental health. To learn more, visit our Title IX compliance website. Thanks for doing your part.